hair textures all over the place. Everything. Stacking it up, right? All right. We are strong. Black women.
You did it! We did it!
We did it!
Good job! Good job!
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for everyone joining us. Normally AB brings us in, and today I tried my hand at it, and I successfully did it.
So proud of you.
It. So how you ladies doing?
Lord, child. I'm good though.
Okay. You started with that Lord child already.
No, I'm good. How are you feeling, Jillian? Now that you have a fresh Baldy, let's give it up. Hey.
I am feeling good. I'm feeling great. I cut off all my hair yesterday, and I've cut off all my hair before, as we've talked about. And yeah, I'm feeling good. It was time. I'm a very lazy natural, and I'm already in love with this low maintenance. With my showers are so much quicker. So
it looks beautiful.
Let's talk quickly about the process. Where'd you get to go get it done?
I actually went to a friend of a friend. So like like the person who normally does my sister's hair was like, oh, I know so and so, and they can cut your hair. It was a male barber. I think he was a little stressed out because men. A woman shaving up all their hair. It's like, I got a lot of questions of like, why? And I was like, because I just wanted to. And they were like, but why? He was like, but why? And I was like, because I just felt like it. Like, I wanted to cut my hair, and he just couldn't wrap his head around it. And I'm like, I've had my hair short before. This isn't the big chop. Yes, girl, I cut my hair.
Yes, fully. Let's go.
Yeah, he like needed some reason, and I was just like, nah, it's a whole mood. Like,
do it.
So I really actually wanted to cut my hair for my 30th birthday, and I just, with everything going on, I just like didn't get around to it.
Well, it looks good.
It looks beautiful.
Yes, you have the head for it. It is. A lot of people. I have seen a lot of people shave their heads where I was like, should you have done that? I don't know. But at the same time, I completely understand it. It's so freeing. I remember when I didn't do a complete shave like you did. I just did like, you know what? I'm going to leave a little bit right here. just for my sake, because I'm a little insecure, because I feel like I got a real oblong head. But your head looks beautiful.
Thank you. It's just not the length I plan on keeping it at. I plan on waiting for it to grow maybe like a half an inch to an inch. And then that's the length I want to keep it at. But I wanted to just start with kind of like, a Caesar.
Right. I was about to say, start off real clean. Now you good to go.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hopefully my face clears up. I mean, this is all part of the plan.
Girl, we all just in the same boat. I feel you on that. That's that quarantine look right now.
Yeah. So, and I figured, I'm in quarantine. I'm not really doing much. So I'm gonna do it. I wish I cut my hair at the top of quarantine, right? Like shave my head in March, and then now figured out how long it got based on quarantine.
Ooh, like I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that was August of quarantine, or maybe like July. That's when people hit that shave your head mark of quarantine. Was July.
July is when I started thinking about doing this.
See, look at that. Oh wow.
I love it. I think you look great. And I think that every Black woman has been through a shave it all off phase, even if we didn't shave it off. You know what I mean? We've all been through a shave it all off. I don't care. Get it off my head phase. So you went through with it. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Love it.
I also love the fact that we have 3 different hairstyles again. on our live.
Also, I ain't never got the same hairstyle as these two, so I'm not even worried about it. It's y'all the ones be like bumping into each other on the hairstyle.
Hey man, one of these days you could throw a wig on, girl.
Fact. Don't get it twisted. We can throw on a wig and everything. You be like, damn, when did AB get bangs? Okay. Yeah, it's
I
real.
love it though. So today we're talking vacations.
Yes, we're talking vacation, but we also we gotta start off with a drink though.
Yes.
I know.
Travel drinks.
Yeah.
Travel drinks. So yeah, we wasn't trying to do no recipe today because when you on the road, you don't got time to be making no fancy shit. You grab a beer, you grab a ball, you grab a cider, you grab a wine cooler, you know. So what y'all ladies drinking today?
Well, I'm gonna be a basic and hit it with the White Claw. I gotta be honest, like White Claw be knocking. White Claw, and I sound so basic right now, but I promise you, I'll be like, can I get a White Claw? Is that do you have a White Claw available? I'll get a White Claw in a heartbeat. This is such an easy drink to have. I have the raspberry one left. I love the I get the variety pack, and I just don't like the red grapefruit, but every other flavor I'll rock with.
I'm not a fan. That's the Redfin. Let me stop putting my job out there. That is my employer's.
Our employer. Ow.
So at the job that Julian and I are at right now, the employer that shall not be named again, they have like happy hours and they have all that good stuff. And White Claw is the drink of choice. And I did not understand why. And then I tasted it and I still did not understand why. I can't do White Claw.
Okay, so it's White Claw and this other seltzer, hard seltzer that I really like, and I just can't remember the name, that I feel like is better than White Claw. But White Claw just has this like refreshing hint of flavor with a little bubbly and some alcohol on it. That's just it. I like LaCroix. So do you like?
I like LaCroix in vodka, like lime LaCroix in vodka is actually good.
Okay.
That's the only time I'll drink LaCroix. I love how when we started this venture, we said no brand names.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of
the hard seltzer.
I actually like seltzer, like genuine seltzer I drink, but I'm not a fan of it. But like, I mean, it's fine. I usually drink something else, or I'll like get one and doctor it up. But like, I just think it's funny because people are like, they're so light and stuff, and I'm like, child, there's malt liquor in this drink. But how you live it. Sometimes you pull up to a vacation, you pull up to a barbecue, and all they got is a seltzer, and it's like we trying to get bunked up. That's when we drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. What you got in on them drinks, AB? What you got? What you drinking on?
So it's not like it's a drink that you can't get absolutely everywhere, but whenever we travel, I just really like Mexican beers, and my favorite is Pacifico. It's my absolute favorite, and I'm almost done with this one. There's another one waiting in the wing because that's how you do it. And since I think I should also apologize right now because I'm actually on vacation, so that's why you see the hotel space in the back over here, all that. What happened?
Wait, I just about vacation.
What'd you say? Okay. I'm on vacation. I'm really talking about vacation.
I see you.
I have the glasses. I have the traveling beer. I'm good to go.
Living it out right now.
Yes. I'm only on a weekend.
You know what? Toast to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm not drinking alcohol today. I'm drinking water because when you on a trip, it's important to hydrate. So I'm drinking this gallon of water, y'all. I haven't stopped peeing. I haven't stopped peeing for a week. All I do is pee.
All I do is pee, no matter what.
I'm peeing in the morning, peeing in the evening, peeing all the time. Just
We out here peeing all the time.
I put some lemons and some cucumbers and some mint in it.
Okay, you spiced it up. Okay. You spiced that water up. What y'all drinking on? Let us know.
Yes. What is your travel drink? What is your favorite travel drink?
To have that's easy, simple to grab and guzzle in while you're traveling.
We don't mean traveling, drinking, and driving. We mean you traveled to your vacation spot. You got there and you picked up something to drink.
Right. That we should definitely clarify that right then and there.
Clarity.
Ooh, so you want to get into it?
Yeah, this was a busy week in our industry, right? We had the Emmys.
Yay!
Woo!
We had the Emmys, and we want to get into that a little bit, right?
Hey, let's go.
Winners, losers. Okie dokie.
Get it, Jillian. Woo!
Okay. Did y'all watch it? Did you get the highlights? Did y'all see everything?
So I watched. At some point I had to say goodnight. At some point I had to go do something else with my life because it went on. They always go on kind of long. But I did watch this one longer than most. I almost cut it off when Schitt's Creek won their 29th award of the night. I almost cut it off, but I kept watching.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The comedy categories in the beginning were really rough because it was really clear that Insecure wasn't going to win anything. So I was just like watching here and there. Truly, I was like I didn't watch the first half. I was watching Lovecraft Country, and then once Lovecraft was over, I turned on the rest. So I got to watch the drama portion, which was cool because all of our bays won.
I didn't get a chance to actually watch it because I think I was watching the NBA but I was looking on my phone at all of the updates, all of the winners and stuff like that. And when they had winners, I was just like, oh my gosh, he won. Oh my God, he won. But yeah, I couldn't have, you're a good one, AB. I couldn't have watched it all the way that long.
I watched it through Zendaya's win. So once Zendaya won, I think that's when I said, okay, some good things happen. I'm gonna do something else in my life right about now. But the Insecure didn't. I don't think Insecure even got nominated for Best Director for the episode with Lawrence and Issa on that beautiful date. I thought was just the most beautiful thing on television I had seen all year. And I don't think that episode even got nominated.
They didn't get nominated. They get nominated for the best camera shot on that episode, and they won.
They won the multi-camera or something like that. Yeah, or single camera. Excuse me. They won that one.
Okay.
Pathetic ass nomination.
Okay, so I feel like this has to be discussed, right? So, like, I will say two things. I've never seen Schitt's Creek, so I don't feel like I can necessarily be super critical because it's like, I don't know how funny it is. But also, I realized that it was Schitt's Creek's last season, I was like, oh, they're going to win every award they haven't won because I rarely see them nominated or winning the last few years. So I wasn't surprised. I was like, this is what they do.
Did you watch it?
Did I watch it?
Yeah.
So a long time ago, really long time ago, it's on Netflix. I watched the first episode and I couldn't do anymore. So I was surprised because I mean it's like 5-6 seasons now or something.
It's 5 seasons, yeah.
5 seasons. So I watched season 1, episode 1. I made it to the end and I was upset that I wasted that much time because I just didn't enjoy it. But I think Brandenburg, didn't you say you had to get to a certain point to actually start enjoying it?
Yeah, so I also started on Netflix and I watched I think it was like the first 3 seasons were on Netflix. And the first season, I'm talking about and I completely can relate to you, AB. The first episode, I was like, nah. And then I kept going. I was like, okay, so this is the first season. I have to know how they progress. Maybe around season 3, I was like, oh, I started to understand the humor, because to me it wasn't hitting
Mm-hmm.
as well as everybody is saying, like, oh my god, it's so amazing, you have to watch it, you have to watch it. I remember even posting on Facebook, I made a status like, I don't like this, and it was like everybody was like, but you gotta watch this, and keep going, I'm like, I don't like it, and I
I
gave
hate
it a
stuff like
I
that.
gave it a
You
chance.
gotta wait to season 3.
Who
Excuse
went to
me?
season 3?
Do you know how much better content there is for me to be watching than to wait to season 3 of a show for it to get good? And it's almost like, did it get good, or now is the whole show inside jokes? Like, whatever.
But it did get better, I will say that. And
Yeah.
I ended up watching the entire series, and I can say, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. And when you know actors like Catherine O'Hara, like, okay, she's phenomenal. Like, okay,
She's amazing.
Eugene Levy, phenomenal. Like, I'm not surprised here. Like, you know what I mean? So for me too, it's like when you see the actors, I'm like, okay, but these are phenomenal actors. So I'm
Eugene
sure.
Levy, right.
You know, but we didn't really think they were gonna, I mean,
They just want everything. They want everything.
Everything, like that really blew me. Like the fact that, granted, yes, it was a good show, but the sister winning Schitt's Creek, I forgot the actor's name. I was
Supporting actress.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, y'all.
So I will say that I actually was surprised on 2 fronts. So I was surprised because, like I said, I watched episode 1 and I said, no, I'm not going to waste time going episode 2, 3. It didn't do it for me. And I wasn't like excited to watch it. Everyone had been talking about it. It's like, okay, let me try and see. And then once the first episode was done, I was done. So them winning all of that was surprising. But the other part of it being surprising was that I honestly thought that what's that one set like a few decades ago? Madam Mary, what, you know what I'm talking about? I think it's on like HBO or Showtime, and there's so much hype about it. The marvelous Maisel.
Oh, yeah, it was Amazon Prime.
Amazon, yes, and there was just so much hype over that show. I truly thought that show was gonna like sweep up everything, and Insecure could sneak in and grab one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's how it was last year. Last year, what's that Phoebe show? Fleabag one too, which I don't know. I think it's so interesting because I feel like they give, like, the way they talk about Fleabag is essentially what Issa is to Insecure. She's a writer, actor, producer, like, you know, and it's like she created the show and she writes episodes and she stars in it, and I'm like Issa, okay.
I personally love the first season of Fleabag, and I completely understand why they were giving her so many awards, because I enjoyed the first season, like, undoubtedly, but the second season I was like, nah, okay.
But I feel like they do this thing too, right? Where she got all the awards for the second season, probably because they didn't give them to her for the first season. I feel like it's so award show. I mean, even down to like, I'll never forget, you know, when the Grammys snubbed Kendrick, then the following year they gave him an award for a song that he shouldn't have won for. And it's like, please stop. I was really happy with these other awards, though. I mean, obviously there was the Creative Arts Awards where a lot of Black people won, but then there was also, like, you know, Regina, Zendaya, and I was really happy because I did watch Watchmen and I do watch Euphoria. I didn't get to see Miss America, but I mean, I felt like all of these were so deserved.
Oh yeah,
and some of them were genuinely surprised too.
Yeah, Zendaya's speech, I cried with her. I got so, because she was so like, no, low key. I cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I was in my bed like.
I mean, you could say high key. You could say high key. At the same time, go ahead.
No, because I said you can definitely tell when they're surprised, and like to have her whole family, and then when she got choked up, and like, I don't know if you guys have watched Euphoria, but it's just different, and I know that character has to be difficult, like, and she does so well, like, the range, honey, the range.
And to be the youngest to receive an a freaking Emmy. Like, that's crazy. 24. That just means the best is yet to come. She out here about to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She can take a break, go do some more movies, take another break, live her best life, go do some more movies. Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna be forever Emmy nominated, Emmy winner. You know.
Yeah, I was really happy for Yaya. I feel like his dick alone earned that performance. So I was
Lord Jesus!
I was like, you earned that, Emma child. You earned
Listen, I think everybody was shocked, and the men were appalled and flabbergasted. But I was on that screen like white on rice, like
blue penis or not. Okay.
Oh my! I started.
You know they let men do that, right? In the industry, they have like prosthetics for men to wear in nude scenes.
Yeah, I did hear about that, but the way it hanged, it looked real authentic to me. I'm just.
You would never lie. Oh my
god. I'm just saying, from experience, from what I've seen.
I feel like we do a whole sketch about something leaning to the left.
On this here stream a few episodes back. Okay.
Lord Jesus. Yes, give it up for them. And what about the father-daughter winning Emmys? I can never pronounce
Ron Cephas Jones and Jasmine
Cephas Jones. Yes.
Yeah, that's them in this corner between Zendaya and Lawrence Fishburne. I didn't watch that TV show just because I was like, but it's interesting that they're letting them win. I thought that was really cool. Ron Cephas Jones win for William in This Is Us every year. I feel like he'd be on the show one episode and they'd be like, "We giving him this Emmy." I'd be like, God dang. I mean, he's great, but I don't know. I get weirded out. I mean, I guess if you're the best person that year, but it's kind of wild when like you win an Emmy for the same role every single year. Do you know what I mean?
How do you feel about Dave Chappelle winning again? Because this is his second. Well,
when you put specials out.
Did he win 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, which special is this? I'm sure I didn't like it. Listen. No comment.
I literally just asked that question for Jillian because I just wanted to see her reaction.
It's Sticks and the Stones where he's like, but the alphabet people get mad. The alphabet people. Is that one?
Girl, I don't
know which 2 he won for. Because that wasn't televised, right? Like that one's
on Netflix. The first one he did on Netflix, I genuinely liked. Most of the ones following, I haven't. Sticks and Stones, I think, is the one where he like yet again attacks the LGBTQIA community, and for that, whatever. Like for that, like fuck you, like
I do want to say I appreciate the fact that you added Michael Jordan on the corner, laughing like ha 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 ha.
Now the gifts stopped moving. Let me see if I can get them to move again.
I love it.
He won. Yeah, they won for Last Dance. I mean, I don't even know if he gets that Emmy because it's about him, but I don't know how much.
Yeah, good point. I'm sure he gets a percentage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, that was the best documentary I saw this year. So.
Oh Lord Jesus, that was an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. And could only do 2 episodes a night. That's like you knew. It wasn't because I was tired. It was because that was just so much to take in.
It really was.
Tops, I could do 2 episodes a night, and it was every night until we finished.
Let's talk about Maya. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
No, I was just gonna say I completely forgot. Let's talk about Maya Rudolph. The fact that she's just now winning an Emmy. This is her first Emmy,
and she won 2. She won for SNL as Kamala, but she also won for Big Mouth as the hormone monster. She won 2, and it's her first time. this
Wow.
year. Which I mean, she's amazing. Hell yeah. I think I wish in the sketch category, Black sketch should have been more. But I mean, my is great, you know.
I'm here. We just having little hotel difficulties. We working it out. You know, hotel Wi-Fi.
Oh no, no. I'm just making sure we're all here.
It's the hotel Wi-Fi. We working it out. Don't worry. I'm on vacation. Excuse me. Forgive me.
Okay, so you on vacation. Okay. Well, speaking of you being on vacation,
What's up?
can we talk about some vacation?
I'm just making sure we're all good on my end with this 1 day free Wi-Fi we got going on over here. Let's talk vacations. I'm here for it. So we're gonna start with our wonderful BAPS vacations, our BAPS road trips.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We notoriously take these road trips, and I would love to talk about it.
Let's do it. Yay! Get it, director. You got this.
Okay, let's get a tour day BAPS.
Tour day BAPS. Yes. So we've had some wonderful BAPS road trips. Do we want to start with the big one? The Chicago to LA one?
The first road trip we ever went on.
Which is crazy. That was the most intense road trip, and that was our first road trip together.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was the most intense. You are very correct about that.
It was definitely the most intense. But yeah, let's chit chat about that, shall we?
I want to start. I don't think we can really talk about the that particular road trip without first setting the scene of Jillian the Shero, our personal Shero.
Yeah,
because Jillian kept us alive on that trip.
She did.
She did.
She really did.
You okay with the details?
Oh, go right ahead. I'm so secure. I know the fuck shit that I did, and I am willing to talk about it. Yes, I am. It's called progress and growth at its best. Let's do it.
So I am a planner, okay? And so y'all, I was the person that, first of all, I was the only person that brought snacks. Mind you, we were driving from Chicago to LA. I was the only person that printed out directions, and I was the only person that had playlists.
Thank you. Like we said, Shero of the trip.
She kept us preparada, as you would say in Spanish, in Espanol, preparada.
What I will say is the moment that really solidified Jillian in the road trip Hall of Fame, if you will, was when she took one for the team. So we stopped in Denver. So we went upward. So we go from Chicago. If you're going from Chicago to LA, you can go south, but it's a bunch of Black people driving at night in the south. I'm from the south, not the best idea in them little tiny towns, right?
No,
so we went up. We went through Colorado. And so we stopped in Denver. It was supposed to be Brandyberg's turn to drive.
Next.
So we stopped in Denver for brunch, and it was supposed to be Brandyberg's turn to drive after brunch, right? Keep it moving. But we were in Denver, and partaking of things happened.
Let me finish. I was so excited. I was too damn excited. We were gonna have brunch with a friend that I knew from college. To meet with us to have brunch, and he also worked at a dispensary. He worked at a growing in a spot, and so yeah, and so I'm like yeah, and so we had brunch, and he also was like, hey guys, I also have some treats. No.
He didn't say, hey guys, I also have some treats. He said, hey, Adrian. I also have some treats. Hey, Brandyberg, I have some treats.
Right. And I was like, I'm down to smoke. Is there anyone else down to smoke? Let's smoke. So
The way
I
my
don't know.
throat's set up, I can't smoke like that.
right. So we knew AB wasn't gonna smoke.
Nah,
And so we went to the car, and Jillian and followed as well. And I took some. We took some puffs, and I was like, okay, I'm okay. I'm about to.
And I was being attitudinal the whole time. Like, are you really sure you're gonna get high? Because
Yeah.
don't you have to drive next?
No, you were right. And I was like, oh no, I'm fine. I'll be cool. I'm not gonna get high. So I got high. And we're done with brunch.
Which, by the
And
way, that brunch was so good.
It was.
First of
Yes,
all,
it was.
that
Yes,
brunch
it
was amazing.
Oh, that brunch was so
That brunch was
good.
amazing. So I was like, all right, let's go. It's my turn to drive. And Jillian was like, no, ho, you just got high, and ain't no way we about to let you drive when you high as hell. And I'm like, but it's my turn. I'm not. No. We don't feel comfortable, and hell no, you shouldn't feel comfortable driving when you're high. And I'm like, you know what? Getting I got in a little tissy fit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit in this passenger side and not say nothing for a couple of hours.
It was a special moment. Because
It really was.
The way my anxiety is set up, I wasn't about to drive those hills. Jillian stepped up. The shero of the moment.
That she did.
That she did.
Jillian had not slept and had to get us through the Denver mountains. And if you've never driven through Colorado, it gets super hilly. It is such high altitude. And I was scared out of my mind trying to go like 20 miles per hour in the slow lane. Folks zooming past us. And I'm just like, oh my God, chugging Red Bull, trying to stay awake. You know what I mean?
But let me tell you how everybody was awake during that leg of the trip. Just all of us just alert.
You know,
it was very hilly. It was a very hilly.
It was hilly.
Yeah, it was.
And I probably wouldn't be the best person to do that, but that I had to because no one else was willing to.
I will say,
I think that's where I caught my first. I think I probably would have been fine the rest of the trip, but I think after that experience, I had an attitude the rest of the trip, and I apologize. Because I know by the time we got to Utah, I was a bitch. I was a bitch in Utah.
I will say, looking back at it, I didn't think you were a bitch because I felt like
she was mad at me in Utah. She's mad at you in Denver. She's mad at me in Utah. I remember.
But it wasn't your fault, and I feel so bad now. It truly wasn't your fault. I don't know why it was the situation. I think it came off like I was mad at you, but you can't help if the car died.
Right. Because the car did die.
So AB, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The car was like,
So let's explain to people. So the goal was to drive from Denver to Las Vegas, and we were supposed to get to Las Vegas that evening. So we switch off. A couple people start driving. We take some nap. Brandy Berg's no longer high. And AB's driving the last leg of Utah. And Utah is just like one of those states where there's nothing around. You got to get gas for 70 hours. And we are almost through Utah. And AB's driving. And the car said, fuck y'all.
The car was smoking more than a Snoop Dogg room. Like it was engulfed in smoke, and all I see was Adrian like, hey y'all,
somebody want to wake up? Somebody want to see what I'm seeing right now?
It's heating up, y'all.
Yeah. And then we couldn't figure out where we were gonna stay. If we were gonna stay in Vegas, the hotel situation, it was a mess because we didn't think about the days.
No.
It was. But we
Oh,
stayed at
Lord.
the Holiday Inn in Utah, and it saved our life.
Yeah, I remember Utah Jillian. Yeah, Denver Jillian was mad at Brandenburg. Utah Jillian was mad at AV.
Listen, in the scope of things, I also feel like the fact that we got past this makes our friendship even closer to me, because I feel like you can be upset with somebody, but if you guys aren't willing to work it out, then you really don't have a friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the fact that we're still friends makes me be like, you know what, these my girls forever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Put on that killer show, was happy, had us a good
Yeah.
trip. We flew back individually, right? Because we all had
Ooh,
different things
yes,
to do.
we did.
We did fly back individually, so that none of us had to see each other. We
I was
probably
like,
took
bye,
a week.
y'all.
We probably took a week or two off before our next meeting too.
Which
You
is
know,
fine. Listen, you
I
need a
was a
break
little
from each other.
younger then. I feel like now I would be able to manage it
I
better.
mean,
It was just a lot. It was a
Manage a
lot.
road trip better.
Yeah, because I feel like we weren't realistic. Like even in like you know, we also, do you remember when we didn't end up staying in Vegas, but we planned on booking our hotel in Vegas the night we got there, which in hindsight, why would we do that?
Yeah, we did a lot of.
I know
Yeah,
why. I know why.
because of you, nigga. Because you.
So at the time, I was working at the CBD store. Y'all remember the CBD store? And the
Oh, I
person,
remember.
it was one of my coworkers was like, "No, don't book it now. I go to Vegas a lot. I've been there a few times. Use this app and get it like the night of, and it's super cheap. And they show me like examples and all this stuff. So I was like, cool, we'll get it super cheap in Vegas. We got this. It's gonna be like $50, $75. You know, no, we was in Utah, mad at each other. We didn't talk for about a good 16, 18 hours.
But I will say this: it ended up being good that we didn't book in Vegas, because we wouldn't end up making it to our hotel.
Yeah, we didn't make it to Vegas.
No, we didn't make it to Vegas. And I just remember, because we were actually we were going to end up at my aunt's house, and she only asked us to bring Garrett's popcorn. One damn thing. She was like, "Oh, y'all gonna drive in Vegas?" Yeah, I told her, "Yeah, we're getting a room in Vegas. Can you pick me up some Garrett's popcorn?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, Auntie, I got you. Thank you for just allowing us to be in your house, shacking up, and all your resources." And I was like, "Damn, we just go come empty fucking handed."
We stopped in Vegas though. We stopped. We got a popcorn.
No, we got our popcorn, but I also was like, there might be a chance we might not have your popcorn, but we found it.
We got the popcorn. But hey, the other trips after that, I went to Wisconsin a few times. We went to Columbus, Ohio. We figured it out. We did the roughest one first and got through it.
I will,
was back.
Yeah, I will say those trips were a breeze compared.
Oop, that just changed automatically. Okay. My bad.
No, it's a sign. It's a sign.
It's a sign. Let's do it.
So yeah. We were going to get into like our own vacations, the good, the bad, the ugly. AB, you're up first. You're on vacation right now.
I am. Did I mention that the ocean is, the sunset is beautiful? I love it. I got my swimsuit on, my glasses, which I refuse to take off. I may have had a couple vacation shots before the show. Who knows? Everybody's happy. Let's do it. All right. Oh, so both of these are, the two top ones are San Diego, and that's where we actually are now. We were supposed to go north to South Lake Tahoe, but we didn't feel comfortable going north towards more fires, and we didn't want to leave because we have the Bobcat fire that's pretty close to us, so we didn't want to be that far from home in case something happened. We need to get home or get back to the area, whatever it may be. So we're in San Diego, which is probably my favorite city in the United States. I'm just a ocean water person. It's so chill here. It's so relaxed. So the top two are the very first time we ever went to San Diego. We were still living in Chicago. Went to San Diego. That's my partner, Jamil. I went surfing. Black people surf. I was so excited. My longest ride was for 8 seconds. I counted it. Yes, now I have a surfboard at home. I live in the mountains. I will never get to surf, but that's okay. It was awesome. It was so much fun. And then we went to the one on the right side is us like walking towards Black's Beach, which is towards the nude beach in San Diego. Yes, people get naked on the beach. It's crazy. And then the bottom one is also a wonderful, wonderful trip. This was the first part of this leg of our vacation. As you see the map, we went to Temecula, which is probably like an hour and a half from where we live, and went to the wineries. We had reservations. We were fancy. We did wine tastings in a cabana. People brought us wine.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I felt like I was, I felt like I had a job. I felt like I had a job and I could do things and I had disposable income. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
it. I love it.
All right. Now you want to talk about the rough ones. So this was the one trip. So I know that the examples that we talked about with the BAPS trips is not a good example of me planning, obviously. Let's get a hotel in Vegas last minute. But usually I do like to plan trips, not to the T, but I like to have a good thick outline and then we have room to improvise in between, but we have the foundation. So this New Mexico trip, we were living in Texas still. So y'all know I'm from Texas. My partner's from there as well. We met in Austin. So this was our first time saying, let's purposefully not plan the trip. Let's do a road trip to New Mexico. We know what cities we want to go to, and let's just see what happens. So we went to New Mexico. As you can see from this picture on the left, when we finally got to damn New Mexico, it was pitch black ass dark at night. Right? So, and we did not have a hotel. We were in Jamil's car. His car at the time was on his last legs. And
how long is the drive from where you were in Texas to New Mexico?
It's a lot just because getting out of Texas New Mexico's like right next to Texas, but getting out of Texas, because we lived in Austin. So getting out of Texas took forever. I don't want to lie to you because that was a really long time ago, maybe 13 hours, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
It was a 10 hour. I mean, it was definitely double digits to where we went first in New Mexico.
Got it.
But we get there pitch black ass dark at night. It's no lights on the freeways anymore. We know we're in the city. We're supposed to, I think maybe we went to Albuquerque first, maybe. And we get there and we're like, okay, we're going to get a hotel when we get to whatever city you want to go to first. So we get there. Every hotel is booked to capacity. Every motel booked to capacity. Every dodgy looking, hourly looking inn booked to capacity. And we stopped at this gas station and we asked what's going on and said, oh, there's an art festival here this weekend. Everybody's good. Everybody will check out tomorrow. We need somewhere to stay that night. This kind man who owned this gas station offered to let us sleep in our cars in his parking lot. And when I said, I won't call the police, I know you're here, so it'll be okay. You can sleep here in your car if you want to. Because the next town was like 2 hours. And we were like, no. So we just kept driving. We saw somebody literally at was it the Comfort Suites, the Comfort and whatever that is? They were outside on their smoke break. This is after midnight. They were out there on their smoke break. We said, do you have anything? He said, yeah, we actually got one room. He gave it to us for a discount because we got there so late. We stayed for 2 days before we went to the next city. It was blessings on blessings on blessings.
Wow.
I thought you was going to say you slept in y'all car.
We almost did. We were like, because we couldn't drive another 2 hours at night. We were so tired, we couldn't drive another 2 hours. And blessings that we got there, but that was a struggle bus. The car died during that trip. We went camping at Elephant Butte Lake and didn't really have real camping gear. We had some shit we borrowed. So I was scared to sleep because I could have swore a bear came at night, and I thought a mountain lion came. And when I woke up the next morning, there was a half-eaten fish by our tent. So I knew a bear had come. And then another time we were hiking up somewhere, and these people, we were hiking like on foot. These people drove down and said, "Hey, where's your car?" We said, "Oh, well, we don't want to take our car. We're going to hike up to the hot springs." They said, "Oh, well, we just saw some bears and we fed them apple core, so you may not want to keep walking that way because they definitely are up there." And so
they fed them?
They fed them. They fed them. Like they ain't never seen a movie before. They fed them.
That's like the number one rule. No. You should not feed them motherfuckers because they're going to follow
them.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "Oh, sorry." So yeah, New Mexico was an adventure, definitely.
And you went out camping. Come on now. Y'all doing too much for me. Lord Jesus.
We wanted to try something new. As you see, we plan our trips now. We at the beach.
Woo. Well, I'm glad that you're alive and well. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, girl. I don't know what type of order this finna be in, but good luck.
Let's figure it out. Okay, so I sent. Oh, this is perfect. I sent Jillian a number of pictures. I've had quite a few trips. I normally, when I travel by myself. But there was a few moments where I had to travel with a group of people outside of BAPS, where I had different experiences that I would love to share. So I used to have a roommate, my former roommate Jessica. That's the wonderful chocolatey lady that I'm with. We went to Houston quite a few times together, and we had a good old time there. My dad is right in the middle. When I went to San Francisco to go visit him, good old time. Again, traveled by myself, and we met there. Met in San Francisco, met in Houston. Woo, that's the best way to do it. Now, these next couple pictures here.
You want me to go? Okay.
No.
I'll leave.
Yeah, still right here. This next couple pictures. So the far top right, where's a group of young, beautiful melanin queens. We decided to go to New Orleans for New Year's Eve, and all of our flights unfortunately got canceled. So, and we already booked the Airbnb, all of our reservations to do things. So we decided to drive to New Orleans from Chicago. So
Okay.
yeah. So we got a nice size SUV, and we got to drive in, and
There was 3 people in the back seat.
It was 4.
Oh, from Chicago to New Orleans?
From Chicago to New Orleans.
And
And mind you, 2 out of the 4 didn't have a driver's license. So it was
how old were y'all on this trip?
Grown as hell. Grown as hell. And yet there were people that didn't have driver's license and was scared to drive. So the 2 people that knew how to drive were responsible to getting us all there safely on this long ass drive. Go ahead to the next slide. Just wanna hit there. But like these are good positive trips. So I went to Miami. I went to Miami for a bachelorette and a wedding, which was amazing. My good friend Rebecca is on the top left. We went to Atlanta a handful of times and did it up. Got Tizzy for her birthday. And the 2 pictures on the right, we flew into Vegas, spent a day in Vegas, partied it up, I think it was my second time in Vegas, and then we drove into LA. No, into Cali. Excuse me, not into LA. Into Cali for a music festival, and I was like, oh man, these are road trips that I like. Real nice and cute. It was a 4-hour drive, nothing crazy, and I was just like, wow, this is how you're supposed to do road trips. You know what I'm saying? With people that know how to drive, okay? With people that know how to plan shit. All right.
So, Brandenburg, you had this information from your previous road trip experiences before we went on our BAPS Chicago to LA road trip. Is that correct?
No. See, the New Orleans trip was in, I want to say 2014. I want to say 2014. It was a year. It was almost 2 years before our California trip.
So you
Chicago to LA.
Information you knew you could not do on the road trip.
No.
AB, so did you. New Mexico was way before we drove to LA.
Right.
But I'm saying though, yeah, you're right.
But listen, I've never done a cross country road trip. That's a new experience for me. See, we went upstate to down the country. You know what I'm saying?
And I just went next door.
Okay. I guess.
See?
Yeah, but yeah, that 2-day trip, what was it, 2.5 days?
Yeah.
It was 2.5 days. That's something we will never experience again. Well, personally, I will never experience that again. We are flying, okay? But that's a little tidbit of my trips. But overall, I wouldn't say I've had like really bad trips. But that New Orleans trip, it was sufferable. Like it was insufferable, I should say, because people just were complaining that didn't need to be complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you complaining? You're not driving. What are you doing? Be a buddy. You're a buddy. You're a driver buddy. So be a buddy. That's all. Okay.
You tell them.
Go ahead.
I've had all different kinds of trips.
Here we go.
My worst, no. I only have one. My worst trip is this trip here when I went to Portugal. So I studied abroad in Spain, and me and a couple of girls that was studying abroad. Don't do that. Me and a couple of girls.
She always be like, well, I studied.
Don't do that. Anyways, I studied abroad in Spain when I was at university still. And me and a couple of girls decided to go to Portugal for a weekend. It was 4 of us, but like we didn't really know each other that well. So we got a room at a hostel, which is the hostel in the middle photo. So as you can see, there's 2 bunk beds. So I am on the bunk bed on the left side that's facing it. Mm-hmm. And so I should also say this was 2010-ish. And I remember that there was like a terrorism travel warning issued. So it was like a high terrorism alert for all of Europe. So we go to Portugal. We get to our hotel. It's the first night there. We go to bed. We like get dinner and go to bed because we fly in like Friday night. And in the middle of the night, we just hear a crashing sound. And I'm like, this is how my life ends. Like, I know, like the building blew up. But no, we turn on the light and the ceiling of our hostel fell in, as you could see. I put emojis over my friends' faces because I don't really want their faces out there like that because we were all asleep. Oh. So, it's 4 girls. We don't speak Portuguese. We're in a hostel. So we go down and we're like, oh my God, like our ceiling flew in. And they're like, okay, we have some bad news though. The entire hostel is booked. So it's like 4 a.m. So we have to like stay in the living room area all day. They're like, listen, like we have no open rooms available for tomorrow, but we can patch up your ceiling tomorrow. And like tomorrow night, you can just stay at this apartment that we also have. That's like essentially an Airbnb, right? And so we're like, well, can we just stay at the apartment for the rest of the weekend? Because we had like 2 more nights. And they're like, no, you can only stay there for 1 night because we have someone coming in the next night, but your room will be back. Whatever. Again, we're like 18, 19. We don't speak the language. We're like, okay, they gave us a full refund. So whatever. The next day we go out. It's pouring. As you can see, my umbrella gets broken. It was just a bad day. We get to this new apartment. The apartment's cool, but it's pouring rain. We meet this random man, and the random man gives us this sangria recipe, which is on the right. This is my sangria recipe that I use now. The infamous sangria recipe I got in Portugal. So we get wasted because it's pouring and we can't really do anything. We can't really go anywhere. We make a bunch of sangria and we go to bed and we leave all the ingredients out on the counter. Now, y'all, I said it was pouring rain. We wake up and there are ants all over the entire floor. There's a trail of ants from the we had like a balcony door. There's a trail of ants. There's a trail of ants. Yeah. From the balcony to all the way up the wall to the sangria into the sangria bowl. And we were just like, ooh. And we laughed because that wasn't our apartment for the rest of the night.
That lead ant.
Well, they have to come in and clean it. So we called them. We're like, bruh, there's ants. I don't really know what to tell you. Is our ceiling fixed? Because y'all have us living. First of all, you put us in an apartment with the ant infestation.
That's why they was like, nah, you can't stay here, because you gonna find out it's a whole team of them. It's a family of ants.
It was so bad. We went back to the hospital the next night and stayed there, and it stopped raining. And one of the girls I'm actually still friends with, she lives in Chicago. And I feel like that's what cemented me and Afton's friendship, because we went through that together, and it was just like, this is crazy. I have a fear of ants from that, but that was definitely by far the worst vacation I ever went on.
Wow.
These pictures here are from the best vacation I ever went on. It's multiple vacations, but it's the time I spent in Honduras. For those who don't know, I am Honduran, so when I get to go there for Easter Carnival.
Oh, they know. Go ahead.
You just gotta casually drop it. You just gotta casually drop the Afro Latina card, whatever. But yeah, Honduras is my favorite place I go to because it's family and it's just a good time. You don't really have to worry because everyone there is pretty much related to you, and no one's really gonna do anything, and it's
but you can't get dick though. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody.
You can't get dick. You cannot, because when we first went there, my grandma, that's the first thing she said to us. She was like, "You're related to everybody on this island. Don't even look at anyone."
But you know what? You know what? AB and I, we're not related, so let's go to Honduras. No,
yeah.
He in right here in the same hotel.
My bad, dog. These are jokes.
Yeah, no. And the 3 people on the island who aren't related to us, I'm pretty sure they all are messing with some of my cousins. So no, thank you.
Never mind.
Because my family is humongous. But it's my favorite place that I go. I haven't been in a while, but I would love to go back soon. But it's definitely by far the best vacations I've been on with my family, and we just act a fool,
I do.
And we have
Honduras.
I do. We have a house there. Clearly, that's my family's house. So we got room. But y'all, it's a trek. It's a trek to where my family lives in Honduras. You got to take a plane to mainland Honduras. Then you got to take a plane to the island off the coast of Honduras. Then you got to take a boat from the big island to the little island.
You just send me some pictures. You send me some more pictures.
It's exclusive though. I can give you that. It sounds real.
It's very exclusive. As you can see, you're just floating in the middle of the ocean. But this little boat in the left-hand side, you be on a boat like that with all your luggage. But I love it. I love it so much. It's just so much fun. But it is wild. It's wild.
I can already see Brandy going to Honduras.
There was one time we went and we took a plane to a part of Honduras, and then we had to take a 4-hour bus to another part, and then we took the second little plane. And it was just why did we do this?
Yeah, little planes really scare me. I will say, little planes.
The little planes are wild because the luggage is on the plane with you, because you can't you turn around and the luggage is right there, and your seat, your feet are at the pilot like if you're in the front seat, you're looking at the pilot. There's no cockpit. There's like no nothing.
Wait,
You got
the pilot is like, hey, my man, can you
No.
can you back
legit,
up?
He's gonna reach
legit,
out the back of my chair.
legit. It's wild, but I mean, it's part of the experience.
Oh
Nah,
yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to do the little plane experience. Mm-mm.
I
The big
mean,
planes scare me.
all the planes,
All the planes scare me.
I be holding on to dear life and looking at the passenger right next to me like, you good?
Yeah.
Because if you freak out, I'm definitely freaking out.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. But we have so much fun. So one day, there's
One day.
resorts and stuff near there, and I haven't been in a minute, but I'm due for a carnival celebration with my fam.
Ooh.
Yes, yes. Ladies, those were beautiful yet traumatic in some instances. But
Traveling's
still
always traumatic.
beautiful.
Traveling is always traumatic. Yeah.
What would be some advice for like new travelers?
Ooh.
This is a random thing that I always do. If you're taking two bags, like if you're taking a carry-on and a book bag or like a purse and something, I always put clothes in my purse or book bag, like just drawers, like just because you never know with your luggage.
Mm-hmm.
And also just whatever you bring, everything. If you're ever like, maybe I shouldn't, just bring it. Just bring it.
Yep.
To go along with the luggage theme, I am a big proponent of trying to stuff everything in a carry-on and have an extra bag that I can just put under my seat instead of actually checking a bag, just because what Jillian said, you never know what might happen to that bag, to that extra checked-in bag. So please put all your stuff with you where you can carry it with you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I would say my advice is for road trips. When you go on road trips, make sure you really, really like that person or those people. Because at the end of the road trip, regardless of who it is, you're going to like them just a little bit less, right? You don't want to go from, I barely liked you to begin with, to I hate you. You want to go from, I love you to, I can deal with you, but not for a couple of weeks. I'll see you in a couple of weeks type of thing.
Has there ever been a road trip where you, after the road trip, you actually like really liked and loved that person even more after the trip?
I mean, there's been vacations. No, I'm trying to think. I went to London with this girl. Man, I have some horror stories from when I studied abroad. No, I mean, I've lost friends. I mean, I might be a terrible traveler. I went to Jamaica and lost friends. So I can't, no. I lost my exit buddy because I was trying to save, I didn't want her to get kidnapped. So I definitely, maybe it's me. I'm going to do some soul searching in these 2 weeks.
Brandenburg, what about you? Did you come back liking somebody more after a road trip?
Not a road trip, but I also will go along. I would agree with Jillian. There was a vacation that I took with a friend, and after that trip, I was like, oh, I can fuck with you, okay? Because we all met together, met up together, and it was like 4 of us, and I realized like, oh, I don't like y'all two motherfuckers, but this one right here. Oh man, let's travel again. I can travel with you because you understand and you know.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is when you are vacationing with a group, it's not about just you. Unless you tell somebody like, yo, I'm about to go do my thing real quick. But also I want y'all to make sure y'all check up on me. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna check up on you.
That's hitching a ride right there. That's not even a real road trip.
But I also feel like at the same time, if it's a big group, you have to be okay if people split up because not everyone's going to want to do the same thing.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
No.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, I think that's the thing. Like, you have to be okay with not doing everything together as a group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
that is true. But people be.
I will say, if you're just tuning in, I'm on vacation. And when we started the show, the sun was in the sky. And now we're an
so
hour
dark.
in. The sun is right there and it's beautiful, but it is definitely setting on my ass right about now. So I don't want this to be jarring. We're going to try some things. How's that?
Ooh, lighting.
There we go. We're going to try some things. I just didn't want it to be jarring. That's all.
We appreciate it. I appreciate your announcement.
Oh, that I'm on vacation?
No, with the lighting change, because I just put my headset on and was like, everyone's just going to have to deal with this.
I also like the fact that AB, I don't know if you heard that, Jillian. She was like, oh, that I'm on vacation? You're welcome.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. She's on vacation.
Vacation shades, vacation swimsuit, vacation alcohol, and a vacation goodbye. How y'all do it?
We did it. We did it.
I love hanging out with y'all.
Yeah. But it's time for you to be on your vacation.
It's time to be on my vacation.
She's like, it's time for me to get that vacation.
That's real. She's like, I don't know about y'all, but
y'all
gotta get home, but you gotta get the fuck about this dude.
I got my travel drinks that we learned about today. I'm excited about, Black people doing awesome things at the Emmys, and I feel like a lot of light things just happened that are not okay.
Yeah, you in a 70s hotel room now. I love it.
Hotel room right now, but I also feel like I learned a lot about my girls over here, and that we just got to reminisce on the fact that we made it through a Chicago to LA road trip, and here we are.
Again, that's an accomplishment, and I'm proud that we can say that we did that together, and we are still talking to each other.
Yes, doing shows together.
Amen. All right.
Feel good about it?
Yep.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you guys so much.
Always like and subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel. Like everything that we do. Follow us on BAPS Comedy, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's our show.
My hair texture is all over the place. Everything stacked against us, right? We are strong. Black women,